Hi Soul Family, how are you? It is California, Canyon Lake, Sunday afternoon. This is our weather. People are actually riding boats around. It's got to be chilly, chilly, chilly. 1 year ago today, I was in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin, in 15 below wind chill. Actually, it was 6 degrees, Uncle Phil said, but with the wind chill factor, it was like 15 below. And I've got to tell you, my face hurt. It hurt. So here I am. So what was I wearing? I mean, you know what's interesting? Is that we went, well, maybe that was the year before. I was wearing these riding boots, right? And I was wearing this outfit, actually, in Wisconsin. Here, I got the riding boots put together with the military jacket. I'm thinking there's a shift. I'm thinking I'm in control. I'm thinking I'm in control. I'm in control of my life, that's for sure. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna work with the Affirmator cards for everybody. We are going to work with 4 different decks, and we're gonna work with, since this is the weekly reading, we have to break it down for everybody. So I think what I'm gonna do is 4 different decks, and there's 4 groups of astrological signs with 3 people each. So everyone's gonna get, oh boy, this is gonna take a while. I'm trying to think of how I can do this without taking the most amount of time. I'm finding something intriguing. I moved things around out here because the wind came and it knocked everything down, and it knocked my tiger over. My tiger with these, this is an Indian. I just recognized something. There was a big fight in our house today. There were 2 actually big fights, and I went into Liger's room, who's half tiger, half lion, right? I went into his room, and I don't know why I didn't hear anything, but there was hair all over the ground. His hair, there were nails all over the ground. I looked under the bed, and he was hiding underneath the blanket. And we went down, my landlord, we blamed one of his cats. We blamed Daisy, because she was lurking around outside of my house, my studio. But he went down later, and Bella had been trying to make friends with Liger. We thought they were getting to be friends. That's what we thought. And she was faking it. She was pretending to be a friend, but she wasn't a friend. And because my landlord went down and checked both of their bodies. He yelled at Daisy, which is the thinner one, the quieter, more, it's got very big eyes like Siam. And he yelled at her and said, you know, you're an instigator and you're always causing problems. And she went down, and she felt like she wasn't, you know, wanted. And she went down into the dungeon and basically curled up in a little ball. And then he came up later and he says, it was wrong. He went down and he saw Bella. And he said, Bella has got Liger's nails stuck into her top of her head. Now, Liger he had the shit kicked out of him. There was his hair all over the ground. It was his fingernails that were broken. So I thought to myself, did Liger get the shit kicked out of him? Because his nails were broken, right? All over the ground. And they were stuck in the top of her head. Now, he was limping, so they both had it out pretty good. She didn't seem to be limping. So whatever it wasn't Daisy. Daisy was blamed, and it was the other one. And I came out here, and so here's my tiger, half lion, half tiger, right? This is tiger, which is what, and it's missing a tooth. Something happened, and the fang is broken off. So I was thinking about the nails broken off. Now, there was nails all over the floor where Liger was, loose, like this. And then there was one stuck in the, like nails stuck, 2 of them, stuck in the top of Bella's head. Bella is Bellissima, the pretty one. He calls her Bella Bella Bambina. So the pretty baby. The pretty baby who was pretending to be friends but is not friends. There's a message in that, okay? And I feel like somebody else got blamed and got punched. It wasn't that person's fault. It was the baby's fault. Bella Bambina. The one that was trying to pretend to be the mother. Trying to pretend to be the mother. Somebody who was trying to pretend to be a friend, nurturing, loving, and was not. So I don't know whose message that's for, but you gotta get it. So we're gonna choose our items, and well, I reached for the Acorn. So this man is bald. He wears a hat to cover up his bald head. Hair is psychic antennae. right? It's a knit cap. This is the uncle. The uncle's bald. He wears a cap. He's a sweetheart. Nice guy. So there's this one. There is the Juicy Couture crown. It's made out of ivory. Ivory is hunted for their tusks. The tusk that broke off. Think about it. I know this is a tiger, but this is the tusk that was broken off. They're hunted for something that they have, something precious that they have. It's not them that they want, it's something that they have, so it could be money. Juicy Couture, somebody's after this JC for their money. Okay? All right, I'm getting my own messages. There's the tiger, lost his tooth. I'll hear my messages later. And then the crows. The crows are always, so how many crows do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 crows. Crows come out of the void. Crows go after the hawks, right? Crows are I heard in my head the instigators. And then there's another crow over here. There's 2. That's interesting, and they've flown off. Oh wait, they're circling back around. Ah, they're making it look like it's others, but it's the same ones coming back around in a different, from the back. They came around, they circled around back. So we've got the acorn man, the bald acorn man of the forest, wearing the knit cap, and we've got the Juicy Couture crown, and we've got the tiger that lost its tooth. I have to think of what the other one would be. I guess it's the crows. It's the crows, okay? So the crows are going to be air signs because they're flying. The Juicy Couture is going to be water signs. The acorn man is going to be earth signs. And the tiger is going to be fire signs. Ooh. The Leo that was pretending to be the mother, or that lost their tooth. I think about that. Okay, those are your items. And the bald guy keeps losing his head, keeps losing his hat, keeps blowing off his head. Why? What is this? Because he's undercover with this, but it keeps coming off. All right, I'll hear my messages later. So let's write this down. So I have the most sensitive eyes on the planet. My eyes are very, very sensitive to the light, which is like Willow, my Willow kitty. She's like a vampire. She can't deal with the light, but it's not that she can't handle the light. It hurts her eyes, just like it hurts my eyes. So that's why I don't mean to be rude, but it actually hurts. Even though I'm in the shade here, my eyes are that sensitive. So just apologizing if you think I'm being rude looking at you through my sunglasses. So we have the tiger tooth, saber tiger tooth. So I'm thinking of the Lion King. What was it? The mean uncle, right? The mean uncle. Scar, tiger tooth, scar. That's interesting. Who did I say that was? Fire signs. Interesting. Okay. And then the Juicy Couture crown that's wanted for. Oh no! Somebody wanted the lion too. He's wanted for his. You're wanted for something you have. And Juicy Couture, that's the fancy pants one, right? Fancy pants. Juicy Couture crown, fancy pants. So that's water signs, fancy pants. Tiger tooth, it's not scar. Tiger tooth, wanted, hunted for, so hunted for something that you have. Lost your tooth, broke your tooth off. When the wind came and knocked your tooth out. Okay, Acorn Man. He keeps losing his hat, his beanie. Acorn Man with a beanie. That's earth signs. And the crows are air signs. Crows are the instigators. Okay. They make a lot of noise too, right? They're shit disturbers. All right, we're gonna start with our singing bowl. Here we go. So there were 5 and then there were 7. So 5 means a significant change is taking place in our life right now. 7 means you're on the right path and it will exceed your expectations. And the crows just keep coming. They just keep coming. Now we have, there's a mob. It's a mob. They just keep coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. 14. 1 and 5. 1 and 4 is 5. Significant change again. So they just keep coming. They're a mob. They're mobbing. They mob the Red Hawk. Soon as I start playing the singing bowl, the music, the crows started coming. Singing is revealing something, speaking your truth. And when I said that, there comes the doves of peace, a pair of them. The mob keeps coming. The mob keeps coming. Yes, they do. Okay. We'll start with the fire signs. And the message you got, I have 2 that have already been given in order, 1 and 2. So the first one is fire and water. Wow, okay. Fire signs, you get the amulet stone, which are called thunder eggs. Aren't they beautiful? Now, the amulet stone and thunder eggs is talking about travel, and I got this morning, that there's going to be a journey, there's going to be an adventure that's about to start. And this is telling you that soon you're going to be traveling to a distant place, a faraway place. It's not close. It's not like next door, next week. Why did I say that? It's not like next door, next week. It's not like next door, next week. God, this is farther away. This is a distant journey that you're going to be traveling on. And an amulet is something that you wear for protection. Like my St. Christopher's medal, right? This is to protect a traveler over great distances. It's good to help you find the proper lodging, make the money that you need for the trip, the place to stay when you get there, how to get there, the gas, your work to be, whatever that you need to be arranged for you, comes to you with the amulet stone. An amulet is a protective item, okay? The St. Christopher medal, if you look, I'm trying to think of what deck it is that has the picture of, I think it's the Saints and Angels deck. I'm gonna have to get it because I have to show you, okay? Okay, so the Saints, so basically the amulet stone is going to give you the protection that you need on this journey. You're going to be journeying to a faraway place, and anything that you need, if you whatever it is that you're asking for, as far as protection, why are these words coming? See, things are just coming up. Because the mob's coming, they just keep coming. So it's an unexpected opportunity that's going to see you preparing to travel at a great distance, and the protection and guidance is about where to go, how to handle it is going to be there with and stay with you while you're traveling. And while you're there, you're going to figure out ways to bring your spiritual work, your physical life, your everyday, I was going to say modern work, your modern everyday work. Everything is going to be your business. That's what it is. And your personal life, everything is going to be integrated in some way while you're there. And you're going to find it exciting. You're going to find it stimulating. I'm excited because this is fire signs. So Spirit just says keep an open mind, okay? Travel, guidance, integration, protection. But I wanted to show you the St. Christopher medal. When I said that, and we're going to be working with this again. This is what I wear on my wrist, okay? And I'm going to tell you, a guy that I liked in school when I was like 16. Actually, I think it was like 15. I wasn't allowed to go out with him because I was a different religion than him. But I kissed him, I think. Yeah, we never did more than actually just that, even though I would have loved it. Years later, he came back and he was married and he had broken up or split up with somebody and wanted me back, but they weren't divorced. But anyway, very nice person, really nice guy. He gave this to me. It was I think it was his mom's, or I don't know. It says George, all my love. Marnie. So it was given to his dad, I guess. He gave it to me. I don't know who it was given to, but he gave it to me. And I've kept it for years, and I didn't, and just found it, and I thought maybe I shouldn't have that because, you know, jewelry connecting to other relationships, but it wasn't. It was so distant. It was so, you know, but it was a protection amulet, and this card shows you what's on my amulet. It looks just like that. And I said, you're going to be protected. And I said, the mob keeps coming, right? They just keep mobbing you. Whoever they are, the mob could represent anybody who's just instigators, shit disturbers, people that are just on your ass constantly, right? So what you see here is in the background, you see this child being carried by St. Christopher, the baby being carried, the babe, right? St. Christopher has got a staff with new growth coming out of it, which means it's new. That's what's going to happen while you're gone. There's going to be growth. There's going to be new beginnings and new things coming. Here you see a wise man holding up the light, right? This would be Spirit's guidance. You're going to be guided along the way. In the background, you see way back here, someone's about to lose their head because of their religion. Because there's a clergyman standing there, standing next to the military people who are about to cut off their head. Now, I'm wearing a military jacket, aren't I? It's interesting. I'm not in the military. I just like the jacket. I think it looks neat. I don't know, it's cool. I like the look of it. I'm not in the military. I like the way it looks. Okay, but someone's losing their head. Off with their head, says the queen, right? And it's a religious person that's going to take this person's head off. So this babe is being taken away quickly to safety and guided along the way. So the mob keeps coming. The people keep coming to, you know, off with their head, off with their head. So she's going to be carried away from this because they just keep coming. So there may be travel over water because there's water here. And you're running from something. You're having a new beginning. It's a new beginning. You're leaving the past. You're being guided along the way, and there's going to be it might be a passionate adventure. It's quite exciting. I'm excited about this. This is fire signs. So we're gonna break this up, and we're gonna break it up between. That's interesting to me. So we're gonna break it up. I guess we're going to use the Saints and Angels deck. Fire signs. Leo, how does this apply to you? I don't think I've ever started with Leo before. Correct for neutrality on all levels. So interesting how just the tooth broke off so easily. Song right now, I like that you're broken like me. I met you at oh my God, I met you. A trust fund baby. I met you at a party. This is the trust fund baby, the juicy couture, right? I met you at a party. I like that you're broken tooth, broken like me. These aren't my friends, these aren't my people. She grabbed my face and said, come with me. There's something tragic, something pure. I think I could love you, but I'm not sure. Something wholesome. Something sweet. It's in your eyes. Passion. This is fire signs, isn't it? Yes. She got punched. Lost her tooth. Bit down on something. The juicy couture. We met at a party late at night. I lost my nerve. I think I could be lonely with you. Okay, fire signs, Leo. does this apply to you? The travel. Correct for neutrality on all levels. This is me. Half lion, half tiger. It's not a fang. I'm not a vampire. It's not a fang that broke. It was a bottom tooth. Bottom tooth. When you chew on something, you're chewing on the past, right? It broke. Something broke. I got knocked over in the wind. Correct for neutrality, Leo. How does this apply to you? Steady progress. Okay, so you don't think that you are making progress in the situation, but you are. You're actually going to be traveling. Maybe you have plans to travel and you didn't think that was going to happen. But this is saying that you're making progress and you can't see the progress, and you're supposed to trust the progress you don't see. So, Leos, you don't think you're making any progress. You're traveling from one place to another, so and you're being guided. You're moving from one place to another safely. You're following Spirit's guidance. You may not know where you're going, but Spirit says follow your guidance. You're making steady progress, even if it doesn't feel like you are. What's interesting to me, I'm looking at this woman, right? She's got like man's hands. What was that in Seinfeld? Man's hands. That woman had man's hands. I gotta take this note down. I gotta look this up. Man's hands. There was a woman that had man's hands. Leo. Steady progress. So basically, you have to forgive yourself. Spirit is saying, for what you think you have done, or maybe that you have not done. Song right now, I'm not gonna give up on you. I won't give up. Jason Mraz. Things you've come so far to see where you are. How old is your soul? So Spirit's telling you you've achieved a lot. You've grown. You've helped people along the way. You've helped people along the way. Where's that card? Where's that card? You helped the babe. Oh, I got chills all over my entire body. You've helped people. You've helped that babe, get that babe away from... The Leo helped you. The Leo helped you. Dressed like a woman, but you've got man's hands. Phoebe. Sid. Correct for neutrality on all levels. You helped that babe get away. Where is it? Safe travel. That's you. You've helped people along the way. And you've made steady progress. Whatever you've done that you think that you shouldn't have done, you need to forgive yourself for it. You've achieved a lot. You've helped a lot of people. Any guilt or any regret doesn't do any good. So maybe something happened between you and another person, and you need to forgive yourself. You've helped somebody. Maybe that's what you did to make up for something. But it's about growing from your challenges, growing from your mistakes. You've helped that baby. You helped that babe away from the religious leaders that were going to take his head off. A woman with man's hands. Steady progress. Maybe you have had a problem with this person, and there's at least we had to learn who we were. We had to learn how to bend without the world cave in. I had to learn what I've got and what I'm not and who I am. At least we stayed friends. I got chills all over my body. And it's very emotional to me. So I feel as though a Leo needs to understand that whatever's happened, what you've done will be remembered, and there's progress that's being made. I saw this woman in my dream the other night. There was a woman that came along with a military. Somebody came up and asked me where someone was, and I said he just left. And I went running down over the hill to look, and I looked down over the hill and I saw this military vehicle. Look at this military vehicle. And the military vehicle, and I went out in the street and I was very angry. I went out in the street and I flipped the camera off, like them off, the camera. I flipped the camera off. Somebody's angry at me, probably listening. I flipped the camera off. I did, that was me, because I did that. because I feel like people are watching me, right? I did that. And it's interesting because I literally did that yesterday. Big Brother watches you through your computers, right? And I'm like, fuck you, seriously? Like, I'm done. They keep coming, right? The mob. And when the person came towards me, I stood in the middle of the street. They came back around and they looked at me, and I thought, great, they're going to try and blow me up, right? Because they were in a tank. And I stood my ground, and the person came up, and it was a woman. And then the person took their wig off, and I saw who it was. And I said, oh my God, it was you all along. And I thought it was someone with blue eyes, but it was actually. My best friend and I, everybody thinks we're the same person. And it wasn't him. And I said, where is he? Can he talk to me right now? And he said, no, he can't. But he was trying to make a move on me. So somebody has done something and got between two people, and they feel bad about it, but they've helped. And I don't know, this is a story, I have to just tell you this because this is what it is. That Leo, you're making steady progress, whatever it is, but you've been uncovered. I know who you are. So I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know what it means for any of you guys, but you're making steady progress. For other Leos that are not involved in that story, whatever it is that you're working on, you're making steady progress. There is a trip coming. You will be protected towards it. Maybe you're trying to go on a trip and it hasn't been working out. Well, you're making steady progress. Let go of any guilt, let go of any fear, any regret. Sagittarius, correct for neutrality on all levels. Sagittarius, how does this affect you? That was enlightening for me. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Sagittarius. Peaceful. Okay, so your message is that you're going to be traveling. You've got protection. Okay, so traveling is also over emotional waters. It doesn't have to be actual physical travel. So you are being protected as you travel forward. Whatever the situation is, there's peace descending upon this situation. So you can ask Spirit to, if there's a situation in your life that is difficult or upsetting, like clearly the ones that they're leaving a difficult situation, they're moving forward, so your path is going to be smoother, it's going to be more peaceful. You're leaving a difficult place, you're being protected, you're moving forward, and the outcome is peace. But you can ask for peace to descend upon the situation if there's a difficult situation going on. Spirit is literally, and we said, remember when the crows were coming, they just kept coming, the mob kept coming, and then I saw the two doves of peace. That's doves of peace, it's soulmates, it's also prophecy, right? So Spirit wants you to focus on the energy of peace and realize that Sagittarius, whatever the situation that's going on that has to do with travel, that has to do with movement forward, there is peace descending in, and the hearts of the ones involved are being lifted, the ones so that they can understand with compassion and they can see through other points of view, and it's bringing a peaceful arrangement to the situation. So peaceful song right now, 4 years no call, now I see you at a hotel bar. We are never getting older. They see each other again. You know, I don't know why I left you. I must have lost my mind. I must have been mad, crazy. There's a peaceful situation that's going to end up happening here. Everyone's hearts are being opened. Compassion is being shown, understanding. Somebody's bringing an olive branch, the two doves of peace. So thunder eggs, right? I was lightning before the thunder, and I'm thinking about Thor and Loki. They were brothers. Oh God, Thor and Loki. And Loki says, I was lightning before the thunder. So thunder was the Leo, thunder was Thor, right? And someone's bringing an olive branch to the situation. So there's peace descending upon a situation, whatever thunder there was. Someone's going to offer an olive branch. So keep an open heart and mind for this situation. It may see you, actually, somebody may be traveling to you to bring you a message. Somebody may be coming to you to apologize. Somebody may be, whatever this is, it ends up being well, right? There's peace that descends upon this situation. Wow. Aries, now I want to know for me. Correct for neutrality. Can't believe how many answers I just got to the things in my life right now. Correct for neutrality. Dreams are amazing, you guys. Write your dreams down, even if you don't understand them at the time. I mean, I told you the other night, I was given faces. I saw faces and I was given names. I knew who was who. And I was not a happy camper. This is me wearing the military jacket, flipping off the military. I was like, you know what? You can pretend like you're a woman. I know who you are. I'm over it. You want to come to me? You come to me with your real name and your real face. So maybe that's what's happening. Someone's actually going to come forward, honestly, truthfully, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. I don't like reindeer games. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Aries, how does the travel situation apply for you? Okay, my God, you want to see this? Do you want to see this? So, I couldn't fix this. I couldn't rig things. This is spirit doing this. I knew to get this deck, and I'm wearing the amulet. I'm wearing this. So there's going to be a trip. You are going to be traveling, or maybe this babe is traveling to you and his friend is helping him get to you. It's going to be safe. You may be going to meet them. Whatever it is, you're going to be traveling. It's going to be safe. You're going to not be persecuted any longer by whoever these religious leaders were, family, whatever it was, whatever the situation is. You're leaving a difficult situation, and there's a time of growth. You're moving over your emotional waters. There's a time of sexual energy and creativity and passion. And this saint is carrying this babe. Song right now. I saw a girl that looked like you. I thought it was deja vu. I swear to you, I'll be there for you. This is not a drive-by. Just a shy guy looking for a 2-ply hefty bag to hold my love. So that night, I didn't leave because I was all through. I was overwhelmed, frankly overwhelmed, because I fell so hard. Someone's coming back. I'll be there for you. Someone's going to be there for you. This one is going to support this babe, and they're traveling forward. There's a new beginning. Wow. And you'll have safe travel, whatever you need to get there, the money, the time, and you're going to be integrating everything together, your physical, your spiritual, your emotional, your work, everything. New experiences, exciting. I am ready for this. I knew I was traveling. I've been looking at trailers like crazy. I knew it. Just going to leave it at that. That was freaking awesome. The next one was water signs, or the Juicy Couture crown, right? Mr. Fancy Pants. And the message is Goddess of Oneness. The one that you are thinking of at this moment is thinking of you. Song right now out of Africa. I heard the man said, hurry boy, she's waiting there for you. So whoever you have been thinking about in spirit, this is all water signs, okay? It could be somebody who's gone in spirit. It could be somebody who's far away in a distant land. It could be somebody who's off in the military at work. It could be somebody, a friend that you haven't been around, that you're missing. Whatever it is, the message is that the distance between you has not separated the feelings and the connection and the love. The love is still there, and they want you to know that they're with you, that they're there for you, and they're thinking of you as you are thinking, and the love is there. So someone you love is thinking fondly of you at this moment. So I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, since I used that, this was the card. This is the Saints and Angels deck, okay? No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's the gods and goddesses. Angels, gods, and goddesses. So I'm going to use, how do I do this now? Because I have two other decks that I want to use. I guess I'm using this deck, Song, Frightened of This Thing That I've Become. Correct for neutrality, Pisces. Correct for neutrality, Pisces. Goddess of Oneness. This could be a family member, right? There's growth, there's healing. This was solid, this is rooted. This is also a message that whatever this is between you, it stood the test of time. There's been growth, and there's healing, and there's light. This is Mother Nature. This is like the Empress. This is Goddess loving energy, okay? Nurturing energy. Correct for neutrality. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality at Pisces. How does the goddess of oneness apply in your life? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Forgiveness. The goddess forgives you. Forgiveness. So, or you need to forgive the goddess. The goddess of oneness, whoever this is in your life, you need to forgive. There's a forgiveness that's either taken place or needs to happen at this time. Because you're being told to let go of anger, of resentment, of, you know who or what you need to forgive. It's the first person that comes to your mind in regards to this one that's thinking of you. Is it your brother? Is it your mother? Is it your brother from another mother? It's not necessarily, remember the woman that the woman with the man's hands? Could be a man. It also represents to me, I'm just going to say it, a woman with man's hands would be a gay man, or someone pretending to be that. But whatever it is, it's the first person. You need to release the toxic energy because it's hurting you. It doesn't even matter if the person's not sorry. It doesn't hurt them for you to be angry. It hurts you. It makes you sick. So there's a new part of your life that you're preparing for, water signs. A new chapter, and your chapter doesn't begin until you are able to forgive and let this go. So this is a preparation for you. This will cleanse that letting that go it's like a refreshing feeling of just releasing. You don't need to hold that anymore. It gives you, when you do that, you think good of yourself, right? It gives you high esteem. It frees you. You can be truthfully, you're authentic, happy, light. If you're holding a place of anger, you're not being who you truthfully are. So it'll help you forgive, or maybe help forgive. Now, if it's the other way, it may be that you need to allow yourself to be forgiven, because there is forgiveness that needs to happen here. It talks about somebody who was misunderstood and then forgiven, and they're a powerful ally. So remember I told you that there's a saint. There was a saint song right now. Are you ready for the perfect storm? I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Remember I told you that there was a saint that was assisting that babe. Well, there is a Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene. Okay, so she looked like she was a hooker, right? She was there. She was misunderstood. She was forgiven. And she was an ally to clear away some kind of misconception. So there was a misunderstanding that happened, and because of that, somebody was hurt. Forgiveness needs to happen. This is an ally. I got from Spirit someone who you have previously felt intimidated by or don't want around will soon prove to be one of your strongest allies, and that's what's happening here. I've got chills all over my body. So I'm just going to leave it at that. You guys figured out what it means for you. And who was that? Pisces. So now we're going to go to Cancer. How does this apply to you? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Pisces. Cancer. Cancer. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Cancer. You're a leader. Okay, so take the lead. Someone's thinking of you right now in a positive way. They're thinking of you fondly. They're remembering you fondly. Wherever, and this is somebody who's on an adventure. This is an adventurous person. Cancer, this could be representing, this is somebody who's an ally, right? Somebody who's a fighter for the underdog. That person's thinking about you right now. That person is telling you that you're a leader. That person is telling you, whoever it is that's thinking of you right now, it doesn't have to be a fighter for the underdog, okay? I'm gonna rewind that. I said that because somebody needed to hear that. But this is telling you, you're being told by Spirit that you're a leader, okay? And someone you love fondly is telling you that. Someone you love that's not there with you, that's someone that you're missing, somebody in spirit, they're coming to you to remind you of your strength. They're coming to remind you the fact that you are a leader, that people are looking up to you, that people are, like Joan of Arc, she is a fighter for the underdog. So this one is telling you, you are an example. People are looking to you, right? Your leadership skills are necessary right now, is what you're being told by this one who's thinking of you. You're helping and inspiring maybe this one or others. You're being given this message. So You're a role model to someone. Stand in your integrity. Joan of Arc was, I mean, you know, she gave of herself. She was burned at the stake for being you know, she was unjustly accused. Unjustly accused. Someone is very proud of you. And anyone that calls to you for help, you're there for them. And you're being asked to do this, right? She's also very victorious, right? She was burned alive. I was burned alive in a past life. I watched it happen. And it was my friend that did it. Now you think about this in symbolic terms, right? A friend, someone that you thought was a friend, burned you. You were burned at the stake by someone who you thought was a friend. And after it all happened, the charges were dropped, but she'd already been burned at the stake. So this one, she is the patron saint of the ones who have been persecuted. So if you have felt persecuted, if you have felt like things were not fair, it's also telling you that justice will be done. I mean, it's after the fact, so you've been hurt, but justice will be done. You were burned at the stake for something you shouldn't have done, that you didn't do. It wasn't your fault. Someone is thinking fondly of you, remembering this. There's so many messages that are coming from this. God. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who was that? Cancer? Cancer. Correct for neutrality. My mother was a Cancer. Correct for neutrality on all levels. So Pisces, Scorpio. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Scorpio. How does this apply in your life? My friend Fern is a Scorpio. And Fern, man's hands. I think about that. Fern, my friend Fern, they call him Fern Dog. His name is Fernando, but he calls himself Fern. Sounds like a feminine name, but it's a man, right? A young guy. He's a Scorpio. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Faith. Okay, whoever this is that's thinking about you fondly at this time is encouraging you to take a leap of faith. All right? This is not looking down, not even wearing any shoes, not wearing a parachute. There's no net, doesn't know what's there. It's trusting, 100% trusting. So you're either supposed to trust in this one that's thinking about you far from far away, or this one is telling you that you need to take a leap of faith. That's what's happening at this moment. So trust in the one that is thinking of you, first of all, right? Sometimes things aren't as they appear. Also, take a leap of faith, maybe to go to this one or this one in spirit, or whoever there is telling you it's safe. So if you have, like my mother is my guide in spirit, right? So if this was your mother that you thought of, because it's whoever you have been thinking of, right? So like I know who I've been thinking of today. That person would have been the one saying, I want you to take a leap of faith. It's safe, okay? So that's the message. And faith is your key right now. This is the key, keys to the kingdom. I'm thinking about, who did Jesus give the keys to the kingdom? The one with the hot head, the one who cut off the ear of the ones persecuting, right? That was his best friend. So Spirit is saying, that's your key. And Spirit's going to support you. They don't encourage you to take a leap of faith. Someone in Spirit is supporting you as well. Whatever this leap of faith is, business, relationship, move, whatever it is, it's something clearly that you have to, it's got to be nerve-wracking, right? Because you look like you're jumping off of Niagara Falls, right? So Spirit doesn't encourage us to do something that's going to cause us harm. So you need to be optimistic. You need to know that everything's going to turn out well, that the situation you're thinking about is the right situation, and you're encouraged by this one you've been thinking about to do this. Okay? So push away any negative thoughts. You're making progress. You're doing the right thing. When you go to sleep at night, I've been doing this, ask Archangel Michael or any angel that you feel, or your guide, your spiritual guide in spirit. Ask them to clear away any fears. Help me let go of the fear, right? And fill me with faith. I ask my Father, fill me with loving, unconditional, healing energy, right? So that you can renew your sense of faith, because you start to get nervous, right? And you need backup. So this is your backup. This is someone from a distance telling you this, or someone that you've been loving, or someone in spirit, okay? I love that. It's beautiful. All right, now we switch and we go. Those were the only two cards that I was given up front. I literally was given those two cards, so I didn't know who they were going to go to. They were the first two cards. They were for the first two groups, so that's interesting. Correct for neutrality. Spirit knows what they're doing. They know who needs to hear what. They just know. It's amazing. I'm not going to put the decks away because I don't know at this moment yet which decks are going to be clarifiers. So let me put this over here. Let me put this over here. And we're going to go to the Shapeshifters, which is the Acorn man. Earth signs, okay? The one, whoops, sorry. Shapeshifters. Now, like I said, your sun sign may be Aries, and your moon sign may be water. Your sun sign may be Pisces, and your air sign, or your moon sign may be Virgo, right? So those are the two. I don't put much emphasis on your rising sign, not too much. Sun signs and moon signs. My friend Sandy said, you know, when you look at the rising sign, it's kind of more how other people view you. But your true nature and the way you, show yourself to the world, that would be my Aries, right? But my true nature is my Pisces. So correct for neutrality. That makes a lot of sense to me, actually. So for all who chose the little acorn man who keeps losing his hat, right? Hair is psychic antennae. It also represents changing your ideas. If you shave your head, you're completely changing your way of thinking, right? So you got to have a little hat to keep you warm. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Your crown, acorn man, your crown came off. Your crown came off. Ah, interesting to me. Check this out. So this acorn man wears a beanie. Doesn't have to be a bald man. He had a crown. Crown came off. Now he wears a beanie, right? Correct for neutrality on all levels. That beanie keeps coming off. The beanie keeps your head warm when you're cold, right? So maybe it's coming off because he doesn't need it to keep him warm anymore. So acorn man. Never tell an Indian chief that he's a crushed acorn. This could be coming off because he's a bit of a hothead as well. Okay, message. Fiona and the unicorn. Okay, these two are a team. They both have horns, but they're opal horns. They're like moonstones. This is their intuition. This is their sacred sight. These two are a team. They have the gift of sacred sight. The numbers 2 and 9 comes to 11. This is a soulmate connection. This is actually, could be a twin soul, but this is definitely a soulmate connection. These two have sacred sight. They have the ability. The unicorn is looking to her. She's sitting in front. She's holding roses that he has picked. They're at his feet. She's got a bouquet of them. I'm thinking of the Grail Knight. So the cups got broke beneath our feet, but it wasn't my fault. This is who I am. Accept me for who I am. Interesting. Fiona and the unicorn. So it's cold in the background. There's snow there. It looks like there's a lot of snow there. It looks like the Rocky Mountains to me. We don't have that much snow around this area. Colorado would. So they both have passionate eyes. Look at their eyes. There's passion in their eyes. Why is the unicorn looking to her? She's looking ahead. So she's looking ahead. She looks like a little devil, but she's good. She looks like a little devil, but she's good. He's got long hair. She's got long hair. So unicorns are magic, right? They're pure. They're pure. So the unicorn has got this third eye, right? Directly connecting to that psychic antennae, right? So it's talking about this unicorn's clairvoyancy is growing, okay? And sometimes it's scary or upsetting, or you don't understand what, you get stuff. I mean, I get stuff that it's like, wow. I just put my prophetic dreams, and then the way the messages come, and I'm not afraid of it anymore. But at first, it can be very disconcerting, right? Sometimes you can see things. You can remote view. Sometimes you can see behind doors. Sometimes you'll see colors. You'll see auras around people. And this fairy Sherry that's sitting here with this unicorn, she's learning secrets from this unicorn, right? She knows how to speak with the crystals of the earth. Crystals, My grandson is a crystal child, so but it's also about speaking with the crystals, knowing the energy of the crystals, right? They have so much in common. You're going to start seeing my heart chakra is starting to spin at this time. So when you get this message, it's going to be energy that you might feel. You're gonna feel the energy. You might see the energy. You might get glimpses out of the corner of my eye. I will see things. I have seen spirit in the daylight, like literally. It's when your third eye is opening, you're at such a space, spirit is bringing you more information. So this is where you're at right now, and you'll have visions, clearer visions of things. You'll understand. You will be able to look at things, and it won't be so traumatizing for you. You're understanding what it is. It might be a little strange, but it's not going to be hard. Please keep a record, as I said, of your dreams and of your visions and messages. Like I wrote down man's hands. That was important for me to know that. With my dream that I watched the other night, I know who that was in that dream. Okay, and I said to him, can he speak to me? And he said, not yet. So I know who that person is, and he's not a bad person. He's my friend, which is nice to know. When you start seeing all of these things, connecting things together, you're listening to me and you're thinking, what is she talking about? I've had somebody else talk to me the other day, and she had to tell me something, and she couldn't tell anyone else. And she told me, and I said, I already know. I have the same situation going on. And she said, oh my God, I thought I was losing my mind. And I said, no, you're not. One of the greatest things one of the greatest needs a human has is to tell someone. So don't call to your soul family, right? You might feel the need to paint or draw or create things to channel the energy that's coming through you. And you're not losing your mind. You're awakening. Okay? So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So that's for who? Those are for earth signs. So we now go to, oh, that's interesting. Since it said to use the crystals of the earth, and work with the crystals of the earth, we're going to use the crystal oracle. So we break it down. Virgo. Sacred site. What's your message? And you might just have a message. It may not have to be specifically to do with your sacred site. It might just be another message. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I have had so little sleep that my eyes, I'm like, oh my God. My little cat, my little vampire cat, she does acrobats all night long across my bed. She's awake at night, right? So it's kind of like me in my dream time. I'm awake. I need like a month to sleep. I want to go get my eyes done. I need $2,000 for my little motorhome or whatever, and I need $2,000 to get my eyes done. As I say that. 3 doves, full circle completion, ascended masters working with you. Hi guys. Look at the 2 together and then the 1. That's the one that's helping the 2 come together. I like that. I like that a lot. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Virgos. What is your message, Virgos? It's too late to apologize song. You never thought I would, you come around, you've got me hanging on a rope. You never thought I would say, it's too late to apologize. Rutilated quartz. This is a beautiful, 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 I'm going to give you the crystal. I'll show you the crystal. I'm holding on your rope. You've got me 10 feet off the ground. I loved you like a fire red. Now it's turning blue. So there's a problem with somebody, but not with this message, because these 2, right? You've got the gift of sacred sight, but you've got more than the gift of sacred sight, because rutilated quartz, this is rutilated quartz. I broke this. I dropped it and it smashed into 3 pieces. It's stronger now than it ever was, because whenever there's a crack or a fissure, right? It's weak at that spot. When you glue it together, it's stronger than it ever was. So song right now, we can't make any promises, can we? My reputation's never been worse. We can't make any promises, but you can make me dream. Where are you at? Can you meet me? Somebody wants to meet. Okay, so what's going on right now? Rutilated quartz is telling you that right now, you have, through the gift of sacred sight, you have the ability to heal an issue. And it's actually happening right now at this time. Rutilated quartz. Who am I talking to? Virgo, right? Okay, sorry. I'm so hungry right now all of a sudden. So you're subconsciously receiving a loving vibration from, like this song is talking about, from someone connected to your past. There's an episode or a conflict or something that hurt you that is now being reconciled and healed. And it's being done through forgiveness and unconditional loving energy. So over the coming days, you're going to find yourself thinking and reciprocating the same energy. And you're going to be reflecting on this person or this event or whatever it is that took place. Because what's going on is there's a mutual exchange. You have the ability to remote view. You have the ability to dream together. You can make me dream, right? You're dreaming with someone and there's a healing. There's a healing. I don't know what that bird was. Somebody just came right up and flew right in my face and looked up. Who are you? Show me. Oh my, look. Come on, show me. Where'd you go? There you are. Oh my. That was a yellow warbler. I have to write this down. Yellow warbler. That was a beautiful one, and it had a little berry in its mouth. Now remember the dove that was coming, the dove of peace that was coming with an apology, right? Someone was coming. And that little one just showed up right then, right when I was describing this message. You've got the ability, you are dreaming with this one, you are connecting with this one, you are healing. There's a healing that's taking place between you and this one. And through this mutual exchange of energy, the past wounds are being simultaneously dissolved. Any negative attachment, resolved, dissolved, a healing is taking place. It's a mutual exchange, and this is talking about reconciliation, just like this song, Would You Meet Me? Is it too soon to do this yet? I know that it's delicate. Is it cool that I said that? Is it cool that I said that? Is it too soon to do this yet? I know it's delicate, but would you meet me? There's a reconciliation that's taking place. So what is your answer, right? There's a connection here. It's beautiful. That's beautiful. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Taurus. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Taurus. Sorry. No, not sorry. So sorry, not sorry. There's a song by Demi Lovato. Sorry, not sorry. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Taurus. Sorry, not sorry. I know I'm looking really hot, right? You thought the grass was greener on the other side. Now you realize it's greener under me. So sorry, but not sorry. It's a cute song. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I told you the divine feminine was just done with the divine masculine, you know? We're standing in our power. We're like, you know what? We know what we got. It's time we got the respect that we gave. Okay, correct for neutrality on all levels. Taurus. Oh, I love this message, Taurus. I love this message. This is my favorite. Beryl crystal. Beryl, I used to put whoever it was that I was concerned with inside this like a vault. I would literally like drop their body down inside of this crystal. The energy, the messages that you get from Beryl crystal, this is your homework. Go to Google and type in Beryl aquamarine crystal, the sea color. Look at your message. It's gnarly amazing. So what's going on right now is remember you've got sacred sight, you've got a gift, you've got the ability to do something. Well, the Beryl crystal is telling you that there's an ongoing problem or dilemma in your life right now, and it's going to be resolved in an unexpected way. Okay? And so don't go looking for it. You'll know whatever this problem is that you have been dealing with, you'll know what that is, what that issue, because it's ongoing. Right? Remember the crows, they just keep coming, right? They just fucking keep coming. So it's ongoing, this problem, this dilemma, whatever this is. And it's a dilemma or a problem. And it's going to be resolved in an unexpected way. And because of that, your anxiety is going to lessen. Now, you know you have gifts, right? These are sacred gifts that are awakening for you at this time. You're going to realize that you have been holding on to regret over something, and that's basically just kept you in a place of self-sabotage. Now, this is another message. The Acorn Man, whoever chose the Acorn Man, of course I chose the Acorn Man. That's my twin. Whoever chose this gets these messages, all of them, right? Not just the one for the water sign, or you know what I mean, or the earth sign, or whatever it is. So this is for Taurus, but it's for anyone who chose the Acorn Man. I've got trust issues. You never know the freak show sitting next to you. You got some weird people sitting next to you. But after all I say, all my friends are heathens. Take it slow. Don't make any sudden moves. You don't know the half of the abuse. This is talking about someone who has people who they loved, they had them locked up, and now they have trust issues. But now at the end, the person says, I think you're like us. You've been hurt too, right? Someone that was protecting their heart now realizes that I wasn't the only one that was hurt. I wasn't the only one that was a victim, right? So as this situation resolves, you're going to let go of any regret that you had, that you might have been feeling guilt over, whatever it was. And you're going to realize that that guilt or that regret that you've been holding on to has been self-sabotaging you. It's been keeping you stuck. And right now, Spirit says it's time to shine like those horns, okay? Open up your heart and realize this is a stress reducer. This is resolution of conflict. This is about new possibilities and potential. This is great. We've had 2 resolution messages. So that's just major confirmation for resolution. Like that. So who is it now? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I'm freezing sitting out here, you guys. Can't believe I have to wear glasses. I feel like I'm in the freaking Arctic. It was colder here today than it was in Idlewild. Freezing. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Capricorn, sorry. My Capricorn friend is up in Washington. He took a drive up there to see some friends and said it was so beautiful he doesn't want to come back. And I said, you know what? Isn't that interesting that when you're in a place and you don't want to come back, you realize that's where you're supposed to be? Think about it. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, if you don't want to come back from where you're at and you're comfortable there, maybe that's where you're supposed to be. I think he has an ex-girlfriend up there. He might be having to think again. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Capricorn. Calcite. Song right now, I believe. Whenever I feel like I'm alone, you say I'm yours. Whenever I feel I'm weak, you say I'm strong. I love this song. This is my favorite song right now. Calcite. So calcite, I have calcite as well. I've got yellow calcite. Ooh, I know what I'll show you. The dragon's nodule. Hold on. You say I'm loved when I can't feel a thing. You say I'm strong when I feel that I'm weak. You say I'm held when I love that. When I'm falling apart. And when I don't belong, you say I'm yours. Somebody who doesn't feel like they belong, but somebody says, you're mine. You belong to me. That's what I said to Siam. I chose you. You're the one I wanted. I knew right away the second I saw you. You're the one I wanted. I had to wait for you, but you're the only one I wanted. The only one I'd ever want. I wanted him. I didn't care. And I knew, they said, well, somebody might come to claim him. And I said, he's mine. He's mine. So calcite. This is the serpentine nodule or the dragon's eye. This is sediment, which would be sand, right? Or sea from the sea. This is brown calcite, and this is yellow calcite. So this is an example. I don't know if you, this is a beautiful stone, the dragon's eye. So it's talking about energy levels. You look at the color, I'm looking at the color yellow for this particular one. And this one is you know, mine's prettier, but it's pretty much the same. It's also grounded because you see the earthy colors, which is very appropriate for Capricorn, right? So it talks about your energy levels being on the increase. Whoops. But also self-worth is what comes to mind because it's the color of your solar plexus. It's also the color of the divine masculine, which is the sun, which is growth, right? So calcite's telling you, you think about the sun. The sun, whenever you get the smiley face, you know the little smiley face that everybody used to draw? It was always yellow, right? The smiley face sticker, yellow. It's happiness. Friendship, happiness, the sun makes everything grow. It's a positive energy. It makes you feel like you're up, right? So it talks about your energy lifting. It talks about your vitality, your enthusiasm, and your excitement for life coming back. It talks about also that there's that self-worth is, you know, I can do anything I set my mind to, right? That's what the solar plexus says. So it talks about an adventure or some kind of creative ability or some type of something in store for you that's on its way. It's telling you that you're going to be able to express yourself and people are going to understand you. Your ideas, whatever they are, you're going to be able to, you know, sometimes you're just not understood. You try and say something and they just don't get it or it doesn't come out right? But they're going to understand and there's going to be clarity and you're going to come across with such a confident mindset. Like you're like, this is the sun. The divine masculine. It talks about forward movement, okay? Standing in charge. So people are going to pay attention to you. They pay attention to the sun, right? And they're going to want to be a part of this venture, whatever this venture is. It's something that's coming up for you. It also talks about studying and learning because of the groundedness. You know, you got to get grounded. You got to get, you know, look at, in order for you to have your business, if this is a business that you're talking about, you know, you've got to know you got to know the base, right? You got to get grounded. You got to know, cover the bases. Cover the bases. That's what it is. So it talks about maybe studying or learning, and it's going to help you with that. Whatever you need to learn, it helps you to remember things. Like I, you know, even if you have to write notes, but it will help you retain the knowledge of the things that you're looking for. And then the knowledge that you have, it'll show you how to implement that knowledge, right? And all of a sudden you're going to realize, oh my God, I've got possibilities for myself in front of me that I didn't realize that I had. And Spirit's saying, this is what's going on. So this is going to help you. You have gifts. We all come into this world with gifts, sacred gifts. What are your gifts? Use them. Don't be afraid of them. This is going to help you move forward. Implement your gifts into your everyday life. We are spirit creatures having a human experience, but we're not living in spirit. We're living here, right? One day when my light is glowing, I'll be in my castle golden, but until that moment, I'm going to live this, be here in this moment. So we have to live this life. But we can still draw from our gifts. Our gifts are what are going to help us move forward. You hear people say, oh, well, that person's gifted, right? Like if you see a kid at school, a brainiac, and he gets like straight A's, oh, he's gifted. You're gifted too. It's going to help you. Calcite will help you do that. Okay, so we did all of the earth signs, right? Okay. So then we go to, what are the air signs, which is the crows, the instigators, the shit disturbers. What else can we say for air signs? I'm a Gemini rising, right? Maybe you're on the rise. But the air signs are going to get the song right now. You really love me after all. Underneath your dark glasses. You've been trying really hard lately. You really love me underneath it all. I really love you underneath it all. This is Gwen Stefani. I like this song. Okay, we're going to the Oracle of Shadows and Light. And we're going to work with, so we're not going to work with the crystal oracles for backup. We're not going to work with the saints and angels. What we're going to do is we're going to work with the Oracle of Shadows and Light, and we're going to clarify with the angels, gods, and goddesses, okay? So people who chose, so put this away, Sherry. Okay, over there. So those who chose the crows also, birds are about speech, they're about intellect, right? It just keeps coming and coming. Oh my God, the shit's disturbed. So it could be social media, it could be internet, it could be communication, whatever it is. The crows are also about coming out of the darkness into the light, right? They come from the void. So it's not a negative all the way around. I just used it as an example. My stomach is starving, I'm growling. Okay, I'm growling because I lost my freaking tooth, as that tiger. Correct for neutrality. Somebody took a punch at me and I lost my bottom tooth, but I still have my fangs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. I don't actually. My fangs have been filed down. Isn't that interesting? I had fangs. I had my teeth. I had a root canal done, and this is really embarrassing. I'll let you guys know. This is a bridge. I had beautiful big rabbit teeth in the front, and I had a root canal done here on the side, and he hit a nerve, and I didn't have. I couldn't afford an implant, and so he says the only thing we can do is do a bridge, and they took my two beautiful front teeth, these big bunny teeth, and made a bridge. And when they did that, my shape of my teeth changed, and my fangs were gone. I had fangs. My fang was the one that was rotted, so check it out. My fang was the one that fell and it was rotted. So you think about chewing on the past, something that wasn't good is removed, right? And so I've had my fangs filed down. So it kind of, it's like, you know, when if you had the ability to tear somebody apart, get your fangs filed down, you've mellowed, right? And so that's what I talk about. I say with an Aries, I have the ability to rip you up and slice you up in about 20 seconds. Bam, I have a viper tongue like my mother. I have the ability to do that. And I've worked on myself for years. I don't let that person loose. Somebody came at me the other day and said something very, and I was given a message from Spirit the day before in a reading, you know, it was actually to a client, but it's always a message to me too, that there was going to be an upset that was going to happen, an issue that had been bubbling under the surface, that was been causing upset, was going to erupt and come to a boil and to a head, and it was going to boil and come to a head, and I was being encouraged to keep my calm and not allow myself to be emotionally bullied or pushed. And I was going to speak my truth, but stay in a place of calm and not say something I didn't mean. Because when you have your fangs come out, you say something that you don't mean, you can't take it back, right? And then you were going to realize that it's a blessing in disguise, because you're going to find out where everybody stands, and you're going to find out that there was a hidden agenda, and there was. And so, but when it came at me, it was someone that mattered a lot to me. And when it came at me, I immediately went to react. And I started to text back. I texted an entire message back in about 20 seconds. And then I heard, and I thought, no. Back off. You were told that this was going to happen. So calm down, speak your truth, honest. You're supposed to stand firmly in your truth, but don't allow your buttons to get pushed, because what the situation was, and you don't figure it out until afterwards. When somebody has done something that's not correct, and I'm always the one that goes tries to make up, or tries to apologize, or tries to whatever, drop the situation and let's move forward. But this person is arrogant, and they wanted to fight with me, and that way, if I would engage in the fight and fight back, then they could point and say, see, that's what you do. That's why this happened. So then I'm now the same as them. So I'm not going to lower myself. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to get into a fighting match. And I caught myself, and I rewrote what I said. I stood in my power, spoke my truth, and I didn't say anything I regret. I didn't lose my shit, right? Because why? Because my fangs have been filed down. Because I've been working on myself. And I thought, I'm not going to let somebody else I'm not going to take this toxic energy on and let somebody else damage all the work that I've done for myself, right? By lowering me to that level. So instead of, the message was, if you ever notice when somebody's done something wrong, they'd rather stop speaking than say they're sorry, right? Or they'll try and push your button or try and manipulate you into reacting. And then if you react, you've done something wrong, and they're not as bad. They don't feel as bad because now you've done something. See, well, you did that too. And I thought, nope, I'm not going there. You carry it. You continue to carry it. All right, so all air signs, or those who chose the crows. Chose the crows. Who chose the crows? Air signs. Who chose the crows? Air signs. Huh? Who chose the mob? Air signs. Gemini. Gemini, it's time for you to pick up your sword. You are someone who does not want to fight. You don't like to get into the middle. You want to take sometimes even a passive-aggressive stance. You would rather not fight at any cost. You would rather not. But Spirit said enough is enough. Enough is enough. People have been... This is not Gemini. This is air signs, right? It's all air signs. Sorry. Why do I say that it's Gemini? Because now we're going to have to do this. No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm just going to say this is all air signs, okay? You're supposed to stand up and I said, who chose the mob? Who chose the crows? Who chose the crows? Air signs. Who chose the crows? And I said Gemini did, so maybe that's who chose the crows. Okay, anyway, all air signs. I'm a Gemini rising. I didn't choose any mob. You don't want to fight. It's distasteful to you. It's beneath you. It's not your style. You're a gentle person, a loving person. You don't want to have a problem with anybody, but somebody has been pushing your buttons. Somebody has been taking what is yours. What you have worked for, they've tried to take for themselves. Oh my God, this is amazing. If you could see what's flying right towards me. Do you see the bird flying right there? That's a cormorant. It's the only cormorant that I've seen. And the message for cormorant is, fishermen take the cormorant and they put a metal ring around their neck, and then they put a rope on them and they send them down to get the fish. And when they come back up, because they have this metal ring, they aren't able to swallow, right? So the fishermen take everything from the cormorant. The cormorant does all the work, but the fishermen take. They take. So it's kind of like, who chose the mob, right? The mob. You're working for the mob? The mob's going to get it all. You're not getting any of it, right? Now, the cormorant's message is, don't work for another and allow them to keep what is yours. And this message is, you have been working for someone else, and they have taken what's yours. Air signs, okay? You're supposed to pick up the sword and say enough is enough. They've been crossing your boundaries. They've disrespected you. And Spirit says, you don't like to fight. You don't like to be this kind of person. But Spirit said, it's time. It's time to set a boundary because they've crossed your boundaries. They've pushed your buttons and they're taking what you have worked hard for. Okay, so that's all air signs. So let's now separate and see how this applies to each and every one of you. Gemini, we'll start with you since I spoke Gemini. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Gemini, how does this apply? Fairy of the Highlands. Because it could be you or someone else, right? You or someone in your life. Correct for neutrality on all levels. It could be you that is taking what someone else has worked hard for, right? It could be you that has crossed another person's boundaries. It goes that way with all of those signs. You or someone in your life. Boop. Correct for neutrality. So when fire signs got travel, it could have been someone in your life has got travel. Someone else is coming to you, right? It doesn't necessarily mean you're traveling. Bummer. I want to travel. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Gemini, how does this apply? Wow. You spent the weekend getting even. Ooh. We spent the late nights making things right between us. Now it's all good, babe. Okay, somebody is not telling you the truth. Someone is not revealing part of the story, Gemini. Is it you or someone in your life? You need to trust them. This person has got blue eyes. And there's light coming from their eyes. And there's a dove. The dove represents prophecy, soulmate connection, innocence, peace, purity, rising above the situation. And there's either beams of light coming from this. This is a star child. They're not telling you the truth. You or someone in your life. They're not revealing. You need to trust what your gut is telling you. No matter what they're telling you, what is your gut saying to you about this situation? You're being told to be brave, right? Somebody's taking something. Somebody's pushing somebody else's buttons. Maybe they're not telling you the truth. Are those tears falling from that person's eyes? Are they not telling? Somebody needs to be brave because someone's not telling the truth in this situation. There's a masquerade happening here. So somebody may know. This person may be a remote viewer. There's vision. This person has sacred sight, right? And you're being told, you have green eyes and red hair. My mother danced the Highland dance, dancing around the truth. Someone's dancing around the truth. Is it you dancing around the truth? Someone's dancing around the truth. And somebody needs to be brave enough to speak up and say it's not okay. It's not okay what's happening. I see what's going on. And you know what? Even if you can't see what's going on, Spirit has told you what's going on. So you need to trust what you're getting because it's not as it appears. There's more to the situation than meets the eye. Somebody in the situation or the people involved in this situation are hiding part of the truth. You're not supposed to be relying on what they're telling you. They're not telling you the full story. So what do you feel, right? Don't listen to what they're telling you. What is it that you get? And if you look at what would love say, what would love do, look at the whole situation through the eyes of love. Then it will turn in your favor. You don't want a girl like me. Why is this one's saying he wants this girl, and she's saying, why is always the best fruit forbidden? I don't need a white horse and a carriage. I don't play when it comes to my heart. I need you right here. He's sneaking to see her. Someone needs to tell you the truth of the situation. He's sneaking to see her. He wants her. He wants to be with her. He loves her. And she's saying, I'm not after your money. I don't need a white horse and a carriage. I stand on my own. But somebody needs to tell the truth here. And that's what's going on in this situation. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Libra. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Look through the eyes of discernment. I'm not even going to get any sun on this side of the house. My God. Like all day. No sun. Ugh. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all. It's kind of like when I lived in Sedona. I lived in Wilson Canyon. which is upper, like on the way up, going up towards Flagstaff. And we lost the sun right away. We were up there against the mountains. And Sedona itself loses the sun very quickly, you know, because of the mountains all around us. It's a bummer. You're in a gorgeous place, but you don't get very much sun. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Libra. I want your love. Bad romance, Libra. Goddess of the unknown. Okay, so a new life, a new chapter of your life is around the corner. You need to let go of the fear and embrace the unknown. You need to speak your truth, right? Whatever it is that's happening here, you're leaving it. You're leaving that situation behind, and you need to embrace the future because you don't know what's happening, but it's good. When one door closes, another door opens. So, Goddess of the unknown, are you keeping yourself? Embrace the unknown. Remove the fear. You're hiding. You're hiding from something. You and me could have a bad romance. Caught in a bad romance. Caught in a bad romance. Well, this is a bad romance. You're caught in a bad romance. Spirit says leave the situation. It's not good. You're caught in a bad romance. It's not okay. How someone's treating you, how somebody's dealing with the situation. It might have been an ex that's crossing your boundaries, right? You're caught in a bad romance. Spirit says let go of the fear. You're not going to be hurt. You're not going to be harmed. There's something new that's happening. So maybe it's something from the past that you're caught in. And Spirit says release that. Release the fear. Stand in your truth. You don't maybe see the light at the end of the tunnel and you're nervous about it, but Spirit says it's okay. There's a new chapter starting and it's exciting. It's a good one. And you're going to see that even whatever sadness you've been feeling, that's going to be gone. You're going to release it and there's new life that's going to sprout. I'm so cold. Correct for neutrality. I shouldn't keep saying that. I'm like, what am I doing? I'm affirming that I'm freezing. How about I'm so slim? My eyes have tightened up again. My skin's getting better. I have realized that I said Liger's got little bumps on his skin ever since I stopped eating fish, because I stopped eating meat, right? But I kept eating tuna fish for a long time. And as soon as the tuna was gone, as soon as the fish was gone from my life, my skin started breaking down. I was lacking moisture, more emotional connection. It's all there's all kinds of emotional reasons for physical manifestation. But I realized that Liger he's got little sores on his body and he needs vitamin D. And you can get vitamin D capsules, like gels. So I'm going to put it in tuna fish and I'm going to let him have tuna fish again. Oh, I'm fighting that for myself. I am. My body wants it so bad. My body wants the fish so bad. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who am I doing? Aquarius. One more. Aquarius. Spirit. Aquarius. I don't want to be friends. Angel of relaxation. Let go of your desired result and expectation, and you're going to get what you want. Okay? So you're being told to be brave. You're being told not to fear. You're stressing out about something that you want. And you might have a certain idea of the way it's supposed to look, right, in your mind. You might feel that it's got to be a certain way, but Spirit's saying let go of, basically it's the same kind of thing. Just detach. Do what you're being told to do, right? What you're being told to do is to set your boundaries. Speak your truth. Be brave. This is how I feel. This is what's going on. Enough is enough. I'm not doing this. And then let go of whatever it is that you're wanting. You're just being told to do what you're meant to do. And when we stand in our truth and in our power and we do what we're meant to do, then we hand it off to Spirit and we say to Spirit, you take the rest of it. Because right now, you're nervous. You don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't know what's happening. You're afraid to maybe speak up for yourself. You're afraid to rock the boat. You're worried about how it's going to turn out. But if you just relax and trust that Spirit has got it handled, they'll deal with it. So it's time to relax. It's time to switch off. You've been stressed out. You've been dealing with a lot. You've been battling, right? And maybe you've been taking it on, and you've got to say enough is enough. I don't have to carry. What did I say to this person that attacked me? I said, you know what? I have carried everyone else's baggage for so long, my back broke. And it's time that I am now respected the way I respect. have a nice day. So that's what you're being told. You've been carrying this burden, and you need to let it go. And then it's time to relax, right? Keep your focus only on this is what I wish to see happen. And that's your vision. That's what you want to look at. And trust that Spirit's going to handle it. I surrender it to you. I don't know how you're going to do it. I don't even care how you're going to do it. I'm just going to give it to you to figure it out, right? And then what you want to do is pamper yourself, because look, that is a different picture than that, right? This is stressed out. This is holding up a sword. This is worrying. Let go of that. It's making you not well. You need to baby yourself right now, and you need to allow yourself to be babied. Pamper, relax. Let go of desired outcomes. You're going to get what you want, but only when you just relax your energy. Let Spirit handle it. They'll figure things out. Okay, that's it. I think we did everybody, right? What was air signs? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Yeah, we did. We did everybody. Oh, God. Did I tell you what I did? Can you see the bruise right here? I was trying to vacuum, and I went to yank on my vacuum, and it wouldn't, the cord, and it wouldn't come out, and I was frustrated because it was right after I'd had that happen with that person. And I was frustrated, and I'm like, come on. And I tried to pull it, and it wouldn't pull out, and I yanked it like this, and it went flying across the room and went bam. It came like a whip in my own head. I did it to myself. It hurt me. It hurt me. So that's a message. For those, remember I told you when that person spoke the way they did, I got upset. I hurt myself. I pulled the cord. I pulled the plug. I pulled it. And it hurt me. I pulled the plug. But it hurt. But whatever it is, I was meant to do what I was meant to do. So sometimes when we pull the cord, sometimes when we pull the plug, it hurts. It'll heal. Okay, that's it, you guys. I think we're at a wrap. Oh, no, we're not at a wrap. We're going to, here I am cleaning because I'm such a clean freak. We're going to do the Affirmator cards for each group, each sign, okay? We're at 1 hour and 27 minutes, so I want to wrap it quick. So we start with water sign. No, that was last week. We want to start with fire signs, or those who chose the broken tiger tooth. Saber-tooth tiger. Correct for neutrality. And it's funny because I laugh at that because I came in with the lion people, but I'm a tiger. You're going to hear me roar louder than a lion, so I can roar even if I have missed one tooth missing. Correct for neutrality. I keep my heart open. Sits right here, empty. This song always made me mad. It's about somebody who gives a girl hope, and I lead her on, I give her hope, and then I let her down. Not cool. Fire signs. Yeehaw! Look at this rabbit on that unicorn. Woohoo! Let's go. I was a rabbit till I filed my teeth down. Ideal partnership. Okay, who is this? Fire signs. I am a rare and precious find. Yes, I am. And my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I am looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. If it's a man saying it. What I am looking for is also looking for me. In fact, she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. I'll take that. Thank you very much, fire signs. So then we go to the Juicy Couture Fancy Pants Crown, water signs. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Okay, this is pretty awesome. Ideal partnership. I'm a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with my true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I am looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. Now, what's funny about this is I'm gonna use the divine masculine and the divine goddess, right? I'm an Aries sun in a Pisces moon, right? So that's the partnership. There's the dark and the light, right? The divine feminine and the divine masculine. We have it both within us, right? But that's my partner because why? It's my mirror. The sun mirrors the moon. Right on. Okay, Acorn man who keeps losing his hat, or earth signs. Correct for neutrality. It's the story of my life. Well, somebody needs to change the story of their life. I let her down. Don't do that anymore. Don't let anybody down. Make that your mission. Make that your mission possible. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Vitality, I love this. I love this. Remember earth signs, I don't know who it was, that got that your health is coming back, your vitality. Remember? Right here? Well, here's confirmation. Check it out. I am healthy, vital, and strong. My radiant love of life fills me with healthy, vital, and strong cells. Each cell is a warrior. Everyone has its own sword and shield. I dare you to try and penetrate my cellular army. Didn't think so, chump. Ta-da! There's the military, right? I like that. Okay. Air signs, or those who chose the crows. Who chose the crows, air signs? Gemini, apparently. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who chose the crows? Correct for neutrality on all levels. Who chose the crows? That was very definite. Oh, I like this. I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener, says the bear, tightrope walking across the shark-infested waters with the little mouse guiding. Song right now. Pull me closer. Why don't you come on over? I can't let you go. Baby, why don't you meet me in the middle? Dishes are broke all over the ground. There's a disaster. This has been a fight that's happening. So there's been a fight. But this little, this bear is tiptoeing across this with a blindfolded because it's being guided by the mouse. The mouse is all about details. There's a mouse in the house. So I trust that everything will be okay in the end, partly because I simply know it in my gut, because it's your intuition telling you, right? Also because Spirit's telling us, but also because it's way more fun to live with trust and confidence than to be a defensive wiener. All right, you guys, that's it. I love you. Word of wrap. We'll speak soon.